Welcome to the Machinery Device. Before starting, I'll let you guys know that you can download different render files from my Gumroad, few exclusive tutorials, product visualizations, and environment files. So go and check them out. So we'll create these dust particles which will enhance your scene, and it's quite simple and easy to create those particles. So let's start. So here first we'll take a mesh. For that you can press Shift A, and here I'm adding this monkey. With that, I'm also adding a plane by pressing Shift A. Grab it down, scale it up by pressing S. I have to turn on my screencast, okay, so that you can see what I'm pressing. Okay, after scaling this up, we'll go to the edit mode, and with the edge select, we'll select this edge and extrude this along Z. Select this one, add a bevel, scroll it down, and that's it. Shade it smooth by pressing W. There we go. A nice background for this. Okay, so the next thing is here we are going to add a light. For that I'm pressing Shift A. In the light I'm adding this spotlight. We'll grab it up and we'll go to the render view from here, or you can simply press Z for that, like this. So now what we are going to do, here in the world properties, we'll change its color to black, like this. And now I'm going to increase its strength. Here I'm increasing it to 5000 or maybe 2000. We'll place it over here and rotate it. Bring it down, rotate it like this. We'll increase its power to 3000, and there we go. If you want to rotate this, you can also do so. Now with this light selected, we'll go here in the data properties and we'll increase its blend value. If we'll increase this, you can see the sharpness will reduce here, like this. So we'll keep this value 0.2, and with that here we are going to add a cube. Press Shift A, go to mesh, we'll add a cube, we'll increase its size, we'll scale it up. Then we'll go to the shading tab. Here in the shading tab, now we'll add some volumetrics to this cube. You can also rename this. With that we'll delete this principal BSDF, only this principal BSDF, and here we are going to add principal volume. Map this volume to the volume. Next thing is that we are going to add a noise texture to this. So we'll press Shift A, we'll search for noise texture, we'll press Ctrl T, and you'll have these mapping nodes. Make sure your node wrangler is on. In the edit, go to preferences and check for your node wrangler add-on. Okay, now with that, here we are going to change this to 4D. Now we are going to change the scale value to 2. We'll map this to density, and in between this we are going to add a color ramp. Place it over here. We'll change its position to 0.3, and it's something like this. So now in between this color ramp and principal volume, we are going to add a math node, a simple math node, not a vector math node. Okay, place it over here, change this to multiply. Okay, now we'll change this value to 0.3, and we'll go to the camera view. So we haven't added any camera yet, so for adding the camera, press Shift A. In the camera, now for setting up the camera, you have to press Ctrl Alt number 0, like that. Okay, you can see. Okay, so the next thing is back to the shading tab, and if we'll go to the camera view, this is something like that. Okay, so now we'll change this value to 0.35 and same this value to 0.35. Now we'll add driver to this value, this W value. So we'll type hash frame divided by 200. Okay, so we'll back to the layout, and here with this box selected, we'll go to the particle system. We'll add a new particle system, and here in the source, first thing is we'll change this emit from to volume. Okay, so before doing anything else, first we'll create the particles. For that you can press Shift A, and in the mesh we'll add an icosphere. We'll go back to the solid view, and here in the modifiers we'll add a decimate modifier to this. We'll change this ratio value. We'll duplicate this one, also change this value, duplicate it one more time and change the value. Now select all these and press M, create a new collection. Okay, so we'll back to the render view, and now with this cube selected we'll go to the particle settings, and here after this we'll go here in the velocity, we'll change this value to 0. With that we'll increase this randomize value to 0.202. We'll check this rotation. We'll also increase this randomize value to 1, and then here in the render we'll change this render as to collection. Now here we are going to add this collection that we have created. So select your collection, and okay, after that here you can see that the particles are not visible. For that you have to just press your spacebar, and if you can see here are your particles, but we don't want them to fall down. So for that we'll go here in the field weights and we'll make this gravity value 0. You can also change the size of these particles from here in the scale. We'll give this 0.01. Now they are too small, so let's first increase their number. We'll keep this 3000, and here the frame start will be 1 and the end frame also 1. Change this lifetime value to 250 and this randomized value to 0.6. Now for adding the motion to these particles, we'll add a force field. So press Shift A. In the force field we'll add this turbulence. We'll go here in the physics, we'll change the strength to 2, this flow value to 1, and also this noise amount to 0.2. Okay, now if you hit the space bar, you can see your particles. If you select this camera, go to the object data properties, and here we'll check this depth of field, and here in the focus we'll select this monkey, and then we'll decrease this f-stop value to 0.8. So hope you like the video. If you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and follow Imaginary Veg for more such content. Thanks for watching.